Ladies and gentlemen, Legend is the rank we're all trying to achieve every season of GBL. Some of us get there, some of us don't, but we're all trying to just make our way to that point and hopefully improve each season until we do eventually get Legend. And then after Legend, it's a race on the leaderboards. But first, it's Legend. And today we're going to be going over a submission from someone who submitted a few videos to the channel already. And he just achieved Legend rank here in Open Great League. So the team he used is regular Gligar in the lead with Shadow Feraligatr and Azumarill in the back. So yeah, basically this team's really quite good against Gligar, obviously having two waters in the back, and Azumarill being one of the hardest counters to Gligar, just because Ice Beam's double super effective, which means it KOs no matter what, and then Bubble just being super effective as well against Gligar. And then Azumarill's pretty bulky. I think I've said in the past, even in the last video when we were facing Azumarills, it has an extremely good coverage moveset. The only thing that really brings it down is that the Bubble does take a while to get energy to use those moves, but the coverage is insane, and Azumarill is one of the more bulky Pokemons. It's not the most bulky, but it is in probably the top 10, probably top 5 of most bulky / usable mons. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, yeah, and the movesets are right there, and okay, let's get into it. All right, Annihilate lead here into the Gligar. It's pretty good. Lickitung is something you definitely have to look out for. As far as neutral matchups, it's pretty good against Feraligatr and Azumarill. The thing is, both of them can hit Lickitung, and it does have to throw Grass Knot. Well, it wants to throw Grass Knot into both of them. Technically, into Feraligatr, you could just go straight Body Slam, but Feraligatr, it's the same thing we kind of went over in the Greedent when in Ultra League. Yeah, Lickitung is double resisting these moves as far as the Shadow Claws are concerned, but it's okay because you're going to get the Hydro Cannons off anyways, and that's going to be super effective. Not super effective. It's going to do a ton of damage anyways into the Lickitung there. They do end up coming back in with Annihilate since we did go for the move, and they were able to throw the move at our Gligar as well. So we do get to 2 Hydro Cannons here, which is fantastic. We got the 1 shield already. Hopefully we can get a second shield here, which is even more fantastic for us. I actually thought we were going to come in with Azumarill there, but maybe we're thinking that Azumarill is going to be good against the back. I do think it could be a Skarmory. That is something to note. This Annihilate is stuck in here, and we are not stuck, which is also another thing to note here. Azumarill coming in, going to take this Night Slash pretty easily. In Great League, Annihilate usually running an... I was going to say Annihilate, usually running Annihilate. No, Annihilate usually running Night Slash and Shadow Ball. All right, another lead into a safe swap. Another Annihilate lead into a safe swap that isn't necessarily fantastically dealt with by our team. Everything does have pretty neutral play. I think we're just saving the Azumarill basically for the Annihilate at this point. Oh, no, tried to catch a move here. Does not, but it's okay. We're going to get the farm down here, even if this throws the return. Looks like he wants to save a little bit of the health here on Azumarill, which, I mean, you're going to get this farm down for free, so I guess it's just about saving the energy here, and this is most likely a foul play, even though they had a ton of energy coming into this matchup. It takes, obviously, a ton of energy to throw return. They do end up coming in with, I believe that was Steel Wing, so I'm going to say it's Skarmory. Yeah. And, yeah, we have Ice Beam for this. Just make sure we're going on good move timing here. We have a 3-turn move. They have a 2-turn move, so we want to throw at odd intervals. So 1, 3, 5, 7, whatever. You don't want to go too far above. 9 is technically the most you can go for energy on a Azumarill if you start at 0. Yeah, it's just because I believe it's 11 energy per bubble, and 9 bubbles is 99 energy, which is under 100, and 100 is the max you can have. We are going to allow this to go down. We still have Feraligatr. Oh, they actually undercharged to get a little bit more of a farm down. Makes sense. The thing is, this could be, and most possibly is, Brave Bird. So, most probably is. So, now they have a bit of an energy advantage here on the Annihilate, which is tough, because I think we do want to switch into this Gligar, but I guess we do have the move as well. Lose CMP here, but we're definitely using the non-shadow here, so Night Slash not going to be able to KO. And we did CMP here. I mean, they're stuck in this matchup too. They did switch before we did, so yeah, going to try to go for, I guess, for the farm down. No, not going to make it to the farm down. I do like throwing this move because that means they can't throw a move into the Feraligatr. They are going to get one fast attack worth of energy here. But it's on Skarmory. Even though Skarmory cannot possibly be able to move, they must be weak against Feraligatr in the back. Okay, we're not going to know what that is. I guess I would assume it was Whiscash, but that doesn't make a lot of sense, so I'm not sure what they had in the back there. We do catch the Scald here on the Feraligatr, which is kind of nice. They do have another Lickitung here in the back. Lickitung probably going to be one of the more annoying things for this team, for sure. But going to be very good against the... Okay, I need to edit that out. Going to be very... oh, man, I've lost my train of thought here. Okay, yeah, going for these Hydro Cannons against the Lickitung, which is obviously going to be pretty annoying for our team. Just in a general sense, we are close to a move, but not going to go for the shield here. Going to take this Body Slam, going to get taken out. Probably need to come in with Gligar. This is probably not in dig range at this point. It's pretty close, though. This does look like CMP. Again, we're not using the Shadow, so I don't think this is going to KO. Yeah, not really even that close. So, going to be able to go for maybe 3 wing attacks here for farm down, which will be nice, I guess. Oh, ends up being like 4? 5? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm so used to the Shadow. I've not used the non-Shadow in so long. But they do come in with the Whiscash. Did they switch just now, or did it get KO'd? We'll see here at the top right. They did get KO'd, but we can go for the 2 digs. Nope, tries to catch another Scald. They might go for the Scald anyways here. Scald and Mud Bomb do very similar damage, and Scald at least has the debuff. Obviously, we resist the Scald, but it looks like he's fishing for the debuff. What could be in the back here? Probably Skarmory, if I was to guess. They do get the debuff. We go up to a move here. We go up to a good timing here and have the Ice Beam. They'll probably let this go. We are debuffed already one time. Oh, it ends up being a Gligar in the back. This is pretty bad for them. And it's a Shadow, so they must go, I think, for the dig here. But the dig won't even KO. Well, it's close. Actually, it probably would KO from here. Just going to probably let this go and then go into an Ice Beam on the Azumarill. Let the energy just fly off here. Even though they do throw the correct move here at us, they're so far away from 2 moves, since we do have the shield as well. Before, obviously, we're going to get to the Ice Beam before them. Alright, Hakmo-O. So, obviously, that's a really good lead for us. We do go for the damage here against the Feraligatr. Maybe we'll go into our own Feraligatr at this point. Also, could just stay in this matchup because we do have the Azumarill. Or we could go into the Azumarill. Actually, Azumarill resisting everything that Feraligatr can do. I guess our team's just pretty good against Feraligatr, considering I was willing to go into any of those matchups. As far as going into the mirror after we did damage, but they have the energy advantage. It's fine because we can just go for the Hydro Cannons as well, and ours will one-shot and theirs won't, considering they already took some damage. And then again, Azumarill, probably going to shield here, but going to, well, I was about to say they could actually just let it go. Ooh, going for the double shield here is tough, but again, everything is really good against Hakmo-O. Maybe we're just fine going down shields here. They do come in with Hakmo-O again here. Hakmo is bulky. Oh, but it does get one shot. I guess it's double super effective. I just didn't think about that really quick. Our Gligar is not going to have much play here, but definitely going to come in with the Feraligatr here. Try to land any of these Hydro Cannons. They obviously get to move first, but unless they throw Brave Bird here, it's not like... I don't even think they actually do throw it, and we survive on 1 HP. I think this is actually a really heads-up play by the opponent. They needed to throw it, and they needed it to KO, and then it would leave them in a decent position against the Gligar, being up a shield. But, yeah, now being down the shield is just tough. They could throw another Brave Bird here, maybe. But they know we're at the move, and we do survive anyways, so... I think this was really heads up play, or maybe it's the only play that the opponent can actually do, but I think it was a really good play here by the opponent. Coming in here with Victory Bell, obviously this is pretty neutral. Actually, they have Magical Leaf, and they end up catching here on Dugong, which is nice for them, but at least we're going to get the Gligar out of this matchup. I like coming in Azumarill here. It is very neutral. If they do just decide to throw an Icy Wind, it's fine. We're definitely not going to shield this first move. They want to be throwing drill runs, I guess, but this matchup's pretty tough for the Dugong in general. Especially already taking the damage a little bit. Just going to fix the camera there for a second. They do, 3-turn moves on each side. The next play rough, definitely going to KO, so I want to go up to 100 energy or as much as we can. We do end up throwing this into them, but they don't know that. It did seem like we waited a turn. Okay, makes sense. The problem is Leaf Blade here is going to do a lot of damage. I don't think it would KO as both are non-shadow. Oh, Leaf Tornado, oh my god. Leaf Tornado and Sludge Bomb with Magical Leaf. Is this the play? I don't know about that. Okay, well, Leaf Tornado not going to KO from here at the very least, so yeah, we can save our shields. I don't know. Leaf Tornado is crazy. If you're using a move that's giving you high energy generation, why not use the strongest charge moves that your thing can take? So just Leaf Blade is one of the strongest moves in the game and definitely one of the stronger damage per energy moves in grass. So yeah, I don't know about that play, but all right. Could go for a full farm down here now that they've thrown Dazzling Gleam. I forgot this Dugong was still alive, to be honest. But yeah, it's just going to get to the move here on this, and then Azumarill can take out the Powder Snow. Ninetales. Was it Powder Snow, actually? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's how they got to Dazzling Gleam, and that's why they even would have Dazzling Gleam, so yeah, that makes sense. All right, Whiscash. Shadow Whiscash. This matchup's not the worst. Ooh. I think they waited a turn. Opponent is already pretty savvy. Definitely going to get up to 2 Mud Bombs here before we get to the Hydro Cannon, which is what you can do when you start waiting turns. So, yeah, if that's part of your game, definitely waiting turns is obviously the next level of counting moves, and then knowing when you can successfully just wait a turn and throw into another Mon there. They're still staying in here with the Whiscash. Means they probably have an answer to Gligar in the back, and they are willing to just go into this matchup, which means they probably would shield right here. But they're always going to outpace to these Mud Bombs. We're really going to have to... Oh, great play here. They are out of shields, which means now we catch them off guard. They already have an answer for Gligar, which makes sense that it's Skarmory. I would assume their Backmon is weak to water, though. I would guess this is a double flying backline with Gligar in the back, Shadow Gligar. Obviously, Whiscash and Skarmory is like a perfect duo. Yeah, it's just a matter of, do we think the Backmon is Lickitung, Sableye, Gligar, maybe even some weird steel type like Registeel. I don't think that it would be Registeel, but yeah, I do think it would be Gligar or Lickitung here in the back, although it seems like they would probably switch into Lickitung at some point, but maybe not. Probably, oh really? I would have come in, well, they're going to throw a move and you maybe want to have 2 Mon available for a catch, but I feel like catching on Brave Bird here is pretty good. Oh, it does end up being Annihilape. Annihilape also makes sense with the team that's been running around. Also, I guess it could have been Shadow Dragonair, which also is running around. Those are my top 4 choices for backline Mon with Whiscash and Skarmory if you want to create a Whiscash and Skarmory team. So let's go over that again since this game's pretty over. Lickitung just as a super safe bulky Mon. Shadow Dragonair to try to win switches, Annihilape up shields. What was my last one? Shadow Gligar, also up shields, can really take on a lot of the meta. So, all right, Lickitung, we already said this is kind of a tough matchup for our team, but we're fine staying in this neutral matchup at least for a while. I think at some point we do need to switch. With switching here, kind of makes sense. We are going to get it pretty low here, although not really going to be in farm down range. Definitely going to take a shield from us too if they do go up to the Power Whip range, which I assume they will. And they might, if they do end up baiting here with a Body Slam, we're really going to be hard-pressed to shield again. But maybe we just take it because they don't even go up to another Power Whip. Maybe they can't really get there at this point. But yeah, they do come in with Annihilate. We are pretty low, so they're probably going to be priced in to shield at least this move, which is nice because we are going to make it to another move. But we also have the Azumarill there in the back, which is really just not going to get hit too hard by this Mon. Although technically it does have Shadow Ball. We do end up coming in with this Gligar again. We'll see if they have Ice Punch. Probably not, because, I mean, they definitely don't, because they came with Shadow Ball. What's going to be here in the back, though? And are we going to switch right away? Probably not worth switching right away. Still have the Lickitung as well. We need to be mindful of a catch. Does end up being a Gligar of their own. The only thing is we need to make sure we throw on good timing so that they don't catch. They throw on bad timing here, and we get an extra move in. So I would imagine right after this next bubble, we can check and see if they're going to stay in. They actually don't end up staying in, and Lickitung ends up getting KO'd by the fast attacks here. All right, Shadow Gligar in the lead. I mean, both of these are going to take each other down at the same rate. Most Shadow Gligars are going to win CMP against most non-Shadow, just because you don't really get to dictate what IVs you get as the Shadow, whereas you have a lot of time in the... Like, regular Gligar has been in the wild for a long amount of time. The odds are you do have a good one at this point. They do try to catch on this Dugong. Technically... What is Dugong going to throw at us? So technically a Drill Run probably not going to KO from this range. Maybe it would actually. I don't know. Shadow Feraligatr is pretty frail. It is very attack weighted. We do end up going up to 2 crunches here. I like going for the Hydro Cannon. Technically it's more energy efficient. Or less energy overall, I should say. But they do end up getting to another move. We have a ton of energy. We probably have to save this. Yeah. But I do like going for the, oh wow, Gligar is just totally, ooh. Having a Charger Bug here in the back is going to be really tough for our team now. Although we do have a lot of bulk, and they might shield here because they can't really get a farm down. Oh, they're going to go for the farm down, eh? Oh, I guess they can throw a, they already had 1 Volt Switch before. If I was them, I definitely would have thrown right there. But maybe they don't know, and they just want to have a huge energy advantage. I get that, too. The problem is, Azumarill is so bulky to discharge it. Wow. Okay, that's not great by the opponent here. This opponent, I think, has played this match pretty badly. 2 discharges would have KO'd. Why would we ever throw an X-Scissor into the Feraligatr anyways? We could have just thrown the discharge in the Feraligatr. I mean, we would have had to have gotten to 3 discharges, but we already were at 4 Volt Switches. And to get to 3 discharges, you need 3, 6, 7, 8. It's 8 or 9 Volt Switches. So already being halfway there and being able to get a few more Volt Switches into the Azumarill at the very least, we would have gotten 3. So, yeah, I think we would have gotten there. All right. Into this game. Shadow Dragonair, obviously, this can be very tough for a lot of teams. I do like throwing the crunch here, even though they're probably shielding no matter what. At least make it worth it for us to shield, for us to have gone for the shield there, because if they don't end up shielding and then we end up throwing a bad move, obviously that'd be pretty bad. Probably going to have to shield this and maybe try to... Oh, we're all in on Azumarill. Probably going to switch to Azumarill here then. Or go for the farm down. Tries to catch, doesn't get there. Okay, now we're definitely all in on Azumarill. Gonna get a little bit of farm down here, which is nice, and not really gonna take any damage in the meantime. Does have the Annihilate here. 1 Play Rough doesn't KO for sure. But they're gonna get 1 Shadow Ball off. Well, does this KO? I actually don't know. Yeah, they're gonna get 1 Shadow Ball off. And we can obviously choose to shield it. They did switch into this, so we are going to get 1 more bubble of a farm down. They're not going to get anything else through this. Oh, actually ends up living a really good IV Annihilate, which is probably going to cost the opponent a little bit extra of heartache there. But right now, Azumarill... Maybe I didn't see the beginning. Was it Azumarill in the lead? Yeah, it probably was. Can we win this? I feel like the only way we win is if our Azumarill's rank 1. or like a really high rank Azumarill. I guess we do live 2 play roughs here no matter what. And we have to hope that 2 play roughs KOs that. Damn. Damn, that's bad. Alright, that was a loss. Alright, they do come in with a lantern here. This is obviously really bad, but it is nice to pull out the lantern at the very least. Oh. Wait a minute. Do we outpace now? Yeah, we definitely can take shields here. And they threw the Thunderbolt. I mean, I guess they were just going for it, but they definitely lose now. I guess they could double shield farm down at this point. But we are going to be able to get those 2 shields if we want them. Do we want them? No. Okay. Going to come back in with the Gligar. Obviously, since we're the non-shadow, we can handle a Surf here. Probably going to go for a massive farm down. Surf going to do about 40% from here, I would assume. Yeah. Oh, actually, it does about 50. But going to get a huge farm down here. Gligar is energy flush. Only thing is, this Skarmory is going to be very tough to deal with. Going to go for the dig just to do some chip damage before coming in with the Azumarill. And we have the move for if they switch, we can definitely do a combo play against the thing that comes in. I also would have thought that was going to be the Brave Bird and dip, but that's fine. They're going to get the Brave Bird off here for sure. But Azumarill lives that comfortably. I mean, maybe not too comfortably at this point. Going to do about 60%, but we're going to have 15%, 10 to 15% HP to work with here. Actually, a little more, about 20. I'm going to go for a little bit of energy. Going to go before 3 because it's going to take them 5 to get to their wing attack, to their aerial ace, which means we're going to be able to throw before that. And then we have a little bit of energy to throw this, and we also still have the dig. I think they survived this ice beam anyways, but we have the dig or the aerial ace, whatever you want to go for here. They have obviously very low HP here. And that's going to be GG. All right, another Lickitung lead. So it is nice to see a lot of the Lickitungs in the lead here because it does seem like such a difficult mon to go against, and it does seem like we do have a game plan of chip and dip, but trying to catch also strategy. Can definitely take this. We have been switching into Feraligatr lately, so I would think that we're going to go for a dig and then a switch here. Hopefully get the shield sometime, even if we don't. We probably need Gligar, no? Alright. Yeah, the fact that you let it go to this point means we're definitely going to let it go. Feraligatr are going to come in and farm down. They don't know what to do on their side. But we do go for the shield, and we're going to go for this massive farm down. This is nice for us because they did take so long to switch into this mon that now we have the chance to get to 2 Hydro Cannons. And obviously one going to be able to threaten because we already did so much damage. They do get this off first, but it is a Night Slash, and it looks like we believe we're going to live a Night Slash, which is nice. You lose CMP, that's also good to know. And we still have a Azumarill in the back. Oh, they let it go, okay. Oh yeah, we have a Azumarill in the back for this thing, so that's nice. They do have a decent energy advantage here, though, and again, like we said at the very beginning of this video in the intro, it does take Azumarill a long time to get to its moves. And Gligar, it doesn't take that long to get to the moves. The only thing is, we do have to make sure that they don't catch. Okay, they did try to catch. We go for the Ice Beam here. Unfortunately, at this point, I believe we're at 100 energy, so definitely just going to throw our Ice Beam right away. But at this point, we also have a lot of energy that we've gained, the extra energy from the Lickitung coming in. So we're only 1 move away here from the second Ice Beam, and obviously 1 Ice Beam going to be able to KO a Shadow Gligar. So double super effective and all that. All right, a Lowland Sand Slash. Okay. Do we want to win Switch? I don't think it matters that much to win Switch, to be honest, because we can just farm down with Gligar and at least have that that move to that dig to use against the Shadow Alolan Sand Slash. We obviously can outpace this, but it does win CMP. We did notice that last game. Both of these are very high attack mon, something to think about. All shields going down here is beneficial to us, I believe, because we just need to land. Oh, interesting. I do think the shield disadvantage is very bad for us. Especially another Watermon being here in the back means Gligar really not going to have much play into this. Azumarill going to have really good play into Feraligatr, obviously, but it is Shadow, and the Hydro Cannons will add up over time. I guess if I'm him, I just let this go down. He does try to catch on a play rough. It's not great for us either way. We do live a drill run here, which is nice. The bulk of Azumarill really coming in handy. I guess, yeah, we're going to go for this. And then in 2, technically, we outpace. I don't know. I cannot imagine a world where we win this. Ice Punch obviously going to do a ton. We are going to try to get to the dig. Oh, we do get to the dig. That's huge, actually. That's huge. Because we're not in Hydro... Oh, we are in Hydro Cannon range for the Azumarill. Oof. Okay, opponent hard through here. Now we can make it to a move. Maybe they thought Switch was up and we were switching back into it? Well, that's legend. That's legend right there. I don't know. That was a pretty hard throw by our opponent. Okay. Let's give our opponent the benefit of the doubt here. So they probably thought that Switch was up on our side and that we were just going to switch right away to try to... But we weren't at 2 moves on Azumarill and our health was very low. Maybe they just lost track of a lot of stuff. I know that happens to me sometimes. But yeah, GG and congrats on Legend. Yeah, he submits a lot of videos to the channel, like maybe 4 at this point for this season, so that's a lot. If you have any videos you want to submit to the channel, definitely submit that, especially in Master League Premier, which is coming up, which would be fantastic to get out as much content as possible during that time. I think it's a time where a lot of people can move up fast in the rankings because we haven't had it in so long that there have been so many changes in... I feel like Master League Premier hasn't been around for nearly 1.5 to 2 years. So I think it's the place where people can grow the fastest because not a lot of people are going to be used to the new things in the meta for that league. And even if they were used to it in the past, it just hasn't happened in so long. So yeah, thank you for the submissions. And if you like the video, hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos from me, definitely hit the subscribe and catch any content coming up. And I'll see you in the next one. Hey, thank you for watching the video. And if you want to continue to support me, definitely click that subscribe button. You'll see any content coming out. And if you want another video on this same league for some more tips and tricks to other teams, check that video out right there, and I'll see you in the next one.